Okay. So when you get started, again, trying to think of that basic shape, the egg character, just kind of sketching them out. You can see the center line. You can even estimate a little bit of the background because it'll help you stay right on focus. The eye line comes right down below. Same way you can see that piece. And then it does have a circular part right at the intersection. Here's the intersection. So just kind of creating that circular shape, just like on the egghead character. The eyes in this case are going to be a little bit angled. And if you drew a straight line down the major axis, you could put the secondary one, which will be a little more tapered, onto that point. Now, the nose kind of has a straight piece going across, tapering down to the point. And that's creating this triangular shape. And you can keep it rounded a little bit, just to make that corner. And then the nose on the top of this tip is also going to have a little wrap around there. And if you can see the cheeks coming around, so they have the cheeks right next to the nose, just like in the character, but then the fur comes a little farther out. So just kind of creating that, and that also has a round connection to it as well, building up that piece. And then right where the mouth comes up into that corner is going to be the hinged piece. And if you can see it symmetrically, draw right through the nose there. That gives you this piece, makes the corner. And then the bottom part goes right up into the segment for the lips. So you kind of lay it out and then offset it a little bit for another triangle for the inside of the mouth, has a little overlap. And then a little bit for the tongue, kind of brought up into there. So it's pretty well laid out. Then if you take a look at the eye, it has a almond type shape, large in the front, and then tapers to the back. A little bit of an eyelid. And just putting this iris in there a little bit. And the top one is also going to have the eyebrow, so that's going to follow the shape of the eye. And just kind of see it a little bit. Gets a little tricky in there, putting a little highlight on the eye, a little reflection on the eye, so it really gives a little focus to it. Do the same on the other side, curving it in. And there's the iris with the highlight. And again, shows the eyebrow again, bringing it up and sketching it right down, so you can kind of connect it pretty easily on that selection. Once you come up with the overall selection, you can round off this part and let it build up into here. And then the ear is going to be on the triangular shape. So here's the piece that kind of wraps around the circle of the head. And it's going to have a pretty good point on top. At least you can get it set up. If you think of it symmetrically coming along the other side, starts off as a triangle but then rounds it off on the inside. Just kind of sketching it out. So you kind of have the linear part set up, and it's just a matter of going back in with some of the heavier lines to create the character better. So once you have that, again, focus in, putting this section here. And just, again, looking for the thin and thick lines and let it help emphasize. Little arch curved right here for the shadow. For this piece, this line almost comes right up along the index there. You can kind of see this part. So it becomes a little stylized there. Heavier down here at the bottom, so it starts to take shape. You can see the beginnings of it. And once you look at the volumes, you can start to illustrate that selection as well. Kind of builds that up in there a little bit. Shading there, and try to see the basic shape to help you shade that particular section there. Shadows on the lower lip, the tongue. Build it up pretty good. So again, you can look at it, bring any of these contour lines for the outer edge. The cross contour lines are just going to help with the direction and the light source.